We are literally living in a world of zombies that are focused on the past and the future, depression and anxiety, and we're not living in the present. I've got a little bit of piece for you, and I'm going to make this one quick. At least I'm going to try. So here's the quote. Focusing on the future causes anxiety, and focusing on the past causes depression. Now think about this. If you're focusing on the future and the past and you're living in a kind of a parallel of those two worlds, that means you're literally not living in reality, which the only reality is the present moment that you're in right now. I want to talk about distractions today and eliminating and controlling the distractions in your world so you can stay focused on what's ahead and your empowering future. So obviously in this world that we live in, this day that we live in, it's real easy to be distracted. We're constantly tugged in all these different directions, whether it's social media, the news, people telling you, literally telling you what you should think about, what you should feel. And all of a sudden we find ourselves, it's so funny, that we're more aware of other people's lives and social media and news than we are of our own internal environment. And it's like, you find yourself feeling anxious, why? You find yourself feeling sad, why? Or fear, why? Where is it coming from? And I think if we just stopped for a second when these feelings come up, you can attach any negative fear to it or any disempowering emotion to it. And you can say, where is this coming from? If something, okay, here's the action that you can take. If you feel a negative feeling, anxiety, fear, depression, anger, name it, then ask yourself, where did that come from? What was I just doing that caused that emotion to spur up in me? And then if that's something that you have control over, like say your own surfing of social media, or your own listening to news, or you read something and it made you feel something, now you have a choice. Now the choice is yours. Am I going to continue that, or am I going to get that out of my life? I'm gonna give you an example. Recently, I found myself feeling fear because I was paying attention to and listening to all of the uncertainty noise of the politics and everything going on. Obviously, we're all aware of that, what's going on in the world. And I'm like, this doesn't feel good. This is really distracting me from my own mission in life and fulfilling a larger purpose and maintaining my own peace and happiness and joy and the bubbly attitude that I like to manifest. And so I'm like, okay, that's causing me a lot of fear. I don't like where that's going. It's one thing to be informed. It's another thing to read all the propaganda and continually circulate and cycle through all of the media nonsense, which we don't even know what's reality and what's not. So I had to eliminate that because it wasn't serving me and it was distracting me from what I really needed to focus on, which was what action am I going to take right here, right now, in this moment to move me towards my future and to serve those around me. If something in your life, if something that you're doing on a consistent basis is taking you away from that, it's time to take a second look at that and say, do I need that in my life? If the answer is yes, then you need to figure out a way to put a boundary around it. If the answer is no, eliminate it. You know, if we're going to say yes to the more important things in our life, that means you're going to have to say no a lot more frequently than you say yes. If you're going to say yes to the one action that you can take today in the present to move your future self forward in the right direction, that means there's going to have to be a lot more no's. And that's something that I've struggled with in my life, and I know probably many of you out there have as well. So that's why I thought it was important to make this video. I told you I was going to go short, but here we go. We're going on 5 minutes again. But this is I'm super passionate about this because I think it's so important. It's crazy because we are literally living in a world of zombies that are focused on the past and the future, depression and anxiety, and we're not living in the present. What emotion do you think happens when you live in the present? Gratitude, joy, love, service, fulfillment. You keep naming it. When we're living in the present, there's always an action to be taken, and always a good action to be taken if we just sit there and look around and say, what do I have? What resources do I have? What talents, what gifts, what passions, what do I have right here, right now in front of me that I can do and that I can use? Instead of saying, oh, that sucks. COVID sucks and 2020 sucked. Or I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to sit here and live in fear. Or you can say, okay, that happened. That may or may not happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But here's what I could do right now, today. I'm going to get off this freaking couch and I'm going to do it. Okay, that was a little bit unnecessary. I got a little bit passionate on that one. But that's my piece for you guys today. I challenge you to start questioning when these emotions come up, question where they're coming from, and then decide what you're going to do from there. Anything after that feeling, that initial feeling that comes in, is completely 100% a choice of yours that you can make. I hope you have a great Sunday. As always, share the video if it brought you value. And please, if you have more to add to this, put it in the comments. Let's get her done. I love sharing value and expanding on that with others so we can all grow together. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon.